4 months on from winning the Scottish Cup, Jimmy Thelin's side crash out to the Steelmen as they make their way to the Final Four of the Premier Sports Cup. Well, back to fog football. Aberdeen 0, shocker. Motherwell 1. I can't remember the last time Aberdeen even scored a goal, folks, right? I believe it was against Stade Bucharest. but I don't even remember when that was. They just can't score goals. Yeah, they hit the bar like 3 or 4 times a day. They had some decent chances, but it's beyond decent chances. And here, I mean, obviously, I'm enjoying this. You know, the downfall of Aberdeen. But yes, I know you're saying, but Stevie, what about you? Yeah, my team's ranked rotten as well. But I'll enjoy this until about 5:45, and then I'll be. I won't be in a good place. But either or, we have to talk about it, the game. But before we get into the game, in your opinion, is that Jimmy Thelin done? Out the cup, rock bottom in the league. Dundee won the day. We're winning 2-0. Livy brought it back to 2 each, and then Dundee scored a late goal to make it 3-2. So obviously the big problem there is that Aberdeen are well adrift at the bottom of the table. They are 3 points behind their nearest team. And who's that? Rangers. So Aberdeen sit on a point. That was against Livy. Jimmy Thielin's got to go for me. He won a Scottish Cup. First time where Aberdeen had done it in 35 years. Great moment, great match, whatever. Well, it wasn't a great match, it was a bogging match. But obviously it's a memorable match, you know what I mean? That'll be great for Aberdeen fans, right? Lifting that Scottish Cup. But the fact of the matter is this, man. They are going fucking nowhere. The Aberdeen board have backed this guy. Stuart Armstrong, the day looked pish. They have brought in a lot of talent. They've brought in a lot of guys, right? A lot of Jimmy Thelin guys. It's not just a case they've brought in guys that here the board want it and Jimmy Thelin has to make do with them. They've brought in a lot of guys from Scandinavia that Jimmy Thielin's previously worked with or knows of and has a good connection with. So there's no excuses for this guy. He has been backed more than any Aberdeen manager that I can think of in recent times. So I think the guy's just got to accept the L on this. He's not going to walk. Managers don't walk anymore. But Dave Cormack, for me, got to get rid of him. Got to get rid of Jimmy Thelin. And we were talking about it in the preview show. Who's going to get sacked first between Thelin and Martin? For me, it looked like Martin, but it looks more like Martin will probably survive what happens today. But obviously, that's a what if. We don't know what's going to happen today between Rangers and Hibs. This game has already taken place. So for me, in terms of the two, Thielin's definitely shot up into favourite. Right, moving on to the start of the game. Thought Motherwell started well. Their style of play, it's just refreshing to watch. I mean, it's not prime tiki-taka, right? But they fire it about well. Lovely link-up play up the top end of the pitch, bringing strikers and wingers into play. Honestly, man, if you're a Motherwell fan, yeah, you've drew a lot of games, right, and you wish you would have won more, etc., etc., but you're not really losing, and you're plodding along nicely, and it's another semi-final that Motherwell have got themselves into. Obviously, them and St Mirren, the first two in there. We'll see who joins them later on, but Nisbet, ball whipped into him, he flicks a header wide. Aberdeen were beginning to get into the game at this point. Ball played over the top from Dorrington, I believe. He plays over the top to Big Carlsberg, and I tell you what, is it Carlsberg or is it Carlson? Either or, this Swedish international guy, he's pretty good. Good run, hits the side net and probably should do better. Motherwell Malaysia hits the bar, it then falls to Saeed, who has to score. It wouldn't be the only time that someone should score in this game. But he blazes over and it's like he doesn't even get it on target, man. Absolutely brutal. Aberdeen then have a set piece. It falls to Neuster, and he takes it around a Motherwell guy and then rattles the bar from like 3 yards out. And I'm just sitting there thinking, is everybody connected to this game just left their shooting boots at home? Because it looks like it. Motherwell then hit on the counter. Brilliantly worked counter. Can't recall who played it across to Regan Charles Cook, but good save for Mitov in the end, but it's a one-on-one. Regan Charles Cook, this guy knows the league, should be banging this goal in. But here, don't worry, Motherwell fans, he bangs it at one in relatively soon, and then Graeme Shinnie gets booked by Father John. Graeme Shinnie always gets booked. It's free real estate, and you could bet Graeme Shinnie to get booked every single day of the week, and he will get booked. It's just the type of player that he is. That took us to half time. Stuart Armstrong came off about the 58th minute. Around this point, I went live on my channel to do a starting 11 reaction to Rangers Hibs. But then Motherwell made it 1-0. Regan Charles Cook gets the ball and just bends it right into the top right hand corner. Mitov got no chance. 1-0. Motherwell are absolutely loving life. Then Aberdeen, they have a few set pieces towards the end. They do rattle the bar with a header, but I mean, all in all, was there enough from Aberdeen? No. Towards the end of that game, man, it looked like if anyone was going to score apart from this chance, because they were huffing and puffing, it looked like Motherwell were going to make it 2-0. Motherwell had a few half chances here and there. Could have wrapped the game up, but they won. And I think the worst thing from an Aberdeen perspective is they just went out with a whimper. They just petered out. It's like this was make or break. It's like if Aberdeen made it to Hampden, right, and then got to the final, and also you factor in the European football, I feel like the start to the season could almost be forgiven, because it's like, yeah, we're sitting rock bottom looking shite in the league, but at least we're still fighting in Europe, and we're still in both cups. But you've won it one of the cups, and you just look rank rotten. But that's where we're going to leave it, folks. That is the notes ripped up. What do you guys think? Will Jimmy Thelin be sacked? For me, yeah, he should be sacked. Will he? I mean, he's not going to get sacked for any European results, I don't believe. But I mean, well, what next if he loses the next league game? Don't even know who it's against, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, folks, a lot of action, a lot of drama remains today, and hopefully I'll be smiling in a couple of hours' time, but maybe I won't be.